So this is the mailbox, this is John, and this is her, and this is 60 feet. So let's say that she can do that, right? But you still got a slick surface. You got snow melt, so pavement is wet. Is it cold enough to have ice? Don't know. None of us were there. But here's the other problem. Now, I understand she probably has ABS and all that other stuff, but she's going to go backwards 60 feet. You hit that magic number, 24 miles an hour. 35 feet per second, a little more than that. She's going to make John end up by the flagpole, and she's going to lock up her brakes. She's going to be right into the front of the Jeep. So she shattered her taillight, hitting John in the hand. John is sitting there holding a glass. Where's my glass? John is sitting there holding a glass that he got from the bar. I don't know of any bar that allows you to walk out of a bar with a glass of a mixed drink. And most bars I know, this is plastic. This is a plastic tumbler. I can drop this on the ground all day long. It won't break. It'll actually crack after a while, but I can drop this on the ground. Let me see. Let me see if this shatters. Nope. I kind of thought so, but it doesn't shatter. So, this is simple physics, folks. So he's holding the glass, and he smacks the back of her vehicle at 24 miles an hour. Enough to shatter the glass. Where is the glass in the palm of his hand? Where's the glass? He's holding it. Shatters. Where's glass in his thumb? Is there any glass in his thumb? Any glass in his palms? On the inside of his fingers? No. Where's the red plastic that would be in the back of his hand? He you know, if this is the, you know, put this up here. If this is the red plastic tail lamp, and he hits that at 24 miles an hour, enough to shatter a glass, where's the plastic in the back of his hand? Where is it? It's not there. Not there. Not there. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I actually did accident reconstruction. It wasn't my main thing, but I did a few of them. So, yeah, I was a certified mechanic before I became a EMT, and then an EMT, and then I was a police officer. So, might know a few things. I don't know. I was lead, actually chief, not so much lead, but I was chief mechanic for the sheriff's department. So, I actually know a few things, but maybe. No. And the other thing is, it's dark out right now, so I can't really show you, but the other weekend I was flat towing a truck. And I just wanted to drive around the neighborhood real quick before I got on a highway, because I had to go to another part of town, which requires me to get on the highway. I got people there highway speed, and I'm going to flat tow a truck behind my car. Done it before. Never had any problems before. I made a right turn, and the tow bar broke. So as the tow bar broke, it jackknifed, and it hit the back of my car. Did it damage the rear taillight? Yes, it did. It put a pretty significant dent in the passenger side rear quarter panel. Do you see any kind of damage like that on her vehicle? No. I was flat towing a truck at about maybe 10 miles an hour, because I was doing about 25 miles an hour, start to slow down, and then I make my right turn, and as I make my right turn, so my car, and don't really have a good representation of a truck, but I'm flat towing it. That means that all four tires are on the ground. It's not lifted up, it's not on a trailer, it's not on a car dolly. So I'm towing it. This thing doesn't run. Doesn't have an engine, doesn't have a transmission, doesn't run, but it does steer. So I'm doing 25 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, somewhere in there. And I slow down to make a right turn. And I start making the right turn, right? And the truck is behind me. For whatever reason, the truck doesn't turn. It has the steering wheels free, and the front tires should follow along. But the front tires don't. They keep going straight. So as I'm pulling through the turn, it's starting to drag. It's actually dragging the truck. It's actually dragging the truck. Not so much the back, but it's dragging the front end. And so as I'm making the turn, and then the tow bar breaks, and the truck slams in to the rear corner like that. Does it create damage? Yeah, I got a nice sized dent back there that I have to fix. And it cracked the taillight. Now, is it an SUV? Is it a Lexus 520 XL or LX or whatever it was? No. No. But the red tail lamp that was on the car is cracked. You could say it's shattered. But it's still there. There are pieces of plastic missing. It broke pieces of plastic off. It did. So some of the red lens was broken off, and it's on the ground. It didn't go very far. And that's the other thing. It didn't go very far. It didn't launch itself 30 feet. But it's still there. And that's a car that was hit by a truck. You're telling me that it got hit by a hand, by a guy carrying a glass, and all the plastic has been removed. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. It is absolutely not believable. And if you are anything of a law enforcement officer, and you're supposedly a trained reconstructionist, you would know that's laughable. But like I said, can't baffle. Better than to bedazzle with bullcrap. Bullcrap. I can't imagine living in Massachusetts, because I would be livid. Because you have to ask the question, how much money are you wasting on this at all? Oh, we don't have money for schools. We don't have money for stop signs where they need to be, or stoplights where they need to be. We don't have money to give promotions and raises to our law enforcement officers, our firefighters, and our EMTs. But you have money to waste on this. Oh, and in the court, your air conditioning doesn't work. How much money are you wasting that could have probably purchased maybe 10 air conditioners by now? I am so glad I don't live in Massachusetts. Absolutely.